Ranking the best Theme Team Remix Part 2 cards in Madden 23. We're back here with another promo reveal. Today we got Theme Team Remix Part 2, and I'll be honest, these cards look really good. One thing I do want to go over before we start though, you're going to see on these cards it says X Factor. I'm assuming almost every one of these cards will get one of those X Factors. Hopefully it's one that doesn't stay on the entire game, because then we might get some people with Freight Train that stays on the entire game. But I'll give you my thoughts on how the rankings could change depending on what X Factor they do get. Now the first card we got right here is Donald Parham. Finally gets an upgrade. The dude that dominated Mutt at the beginning of the year. He is 6'8", 240, and for me in tight ends, I want them under 245. Can be up to 99 speed with the Sugar Rush track card as well. So 6'8", 99 speed. Now for abilities, I'm assuming it's exactly like the cards in part 1. So I'm assuming Donald Parham gonna get short and elite for 0, just like every other tight end in the game. Now where he's gonna rank for me on this tier list, do I put him best at position? The reason why I'm hesitant to just put him best at position is because of the fact that Tony G exists. And Tony G, while I am going to run Donald Parham over Tony G, objectively speaking, I think Tony G is better. So I don't think he's the best tight end in the game, but I think he's super great. He's in the meta. And right after that, we get Javonte Williams right here. 5'10", 215, can be up to 99 speed with the Sugar Rush strat card. And he's someone that's likely going to get like a 0 AP short end that they're just handing out to running backs. Wouldn't be surprised at like a 0 AP bulldozer as well. Now the running backs are interesting because of the X Factor, because the X Factor could mean more freight trains in the game. If these running backs do get freight train, they're easy, like best of position tied right there. Like what if they all get ankle breaker or something like that? So it's definitely going to depend, but if they get freight train and say it's just like Gus the Bus's best at position for me, but if they get an X Factor that's really not good, they're all pretty much going to be great for me. You're going to see the running backs we're going to cover today. I pretty much have the same thing to say about all of them. Right after that, we get Juwan Bentley. So he could be up to 97 speed Sugar Rush track card, but can't even hit 90 zone. If there's going to be a trash card for me today, it's going to be Juwan Bentley. It's just because of the fact that he doesn't even hit 90 zone at a 99 overall. You know, I didn't think the Dolphins theme team needed a running back, but I mean, I'm not mad at Jeff Wilson, you know. Again, can be up to 99 speed and going to get the same abilities like Javonte Williams and the other running backs we're going to cover. It's all about what X Factors they get though, or if they even get X Factors. At the end of the day though, these running backs will be pretty much all on this great tier for me. Shelley is 5'8", but physical stats wise, he's really good. When we compare him to like top end DBs in the game, the play rec is slightly lower. Abilities should get pick artist, deep route KO, deep out zone KO, and flat zone all for 0. He's a 0 AP KO corner. For me, like out of all the corners we're gonna cover, I think he's probably gonna be the worst. I'm gonna go ahead and lean the good tier right now. I think he's fine on like a theme team. Like I can totally see why you would use him. After that, we get Jelani Woods. Jelani Woods is a super interesting card because he is 6'7", 252, right? And he's 96 speed, which you might be like, okay, only 98 Sugar Rush strat card. This card should get all AFC team chems. He should. Will he? I don't know. They kind of like Joey Porter Jr. Compass reward doesn't get all team chems, and his previous card did. Maybe it's different because he's a rookie and he really didn't play on a team. Maybe that's why, but I'm assuming this card will get all AFC team chems. He is another great card for me. And again, should get the short and elite for 0. I like Parham because he's a little bit lighter, but I can totally see why you would run Jelani Woods as well. Now right after that, we get Sauce Gardner, and I am actually very excited for this card. He is absolutely amazing physical stats wise. The play rec that I was talking about with Shelley, it is low, but he's 6'3" this time. Having used Sauce Gardner's team of the year card, I think this card will play like one of the best CBs in the game. And CB right now, they're all playing pretty similar in my opinion. All get like the 0 AP KOs. For me, I will say he's going to be a top 5 corner in the game. That's my prediction. Gonna say he's top 5. And also with corner, what's interesting about them, if they get the universal X Factor, that's gonna be interesting. Universal is really inconsistent. I mean, the game as a whole is inconsistent. If it's built in for 1 AP on all game, oh my, Shelley is also best at position too. After that, we got Dawuane Smoot right here. So he should be up to 94 speed Sugar Rush strat card, and he has good finesse moves, good power moves as well. 6'3", 264. Looks like a pretty good defensive end. For ability, should get edge threat, no outsiders, double or nothing. Again, I think he's a really good defensive end. Now, when we talk about pass rushers, the X Factor that I'm thinking of is Unstoppable Force. If he gets Unstoppable Force, he again can be argued like best at position. But for me, he's just another great card. After that, we get Eric Dickerson. This card is scary me. I really like him. He's 6'3" at running back. I don't know if y'all are thinking what I'm thinking, right? X Factor, Eric Dickerson 100. I doubt it's going to be like that, but imagine he gets 1 AP freight train and it's on the entire game. Stats wise, he's also amazing. For me, he's a top end running back in the game. I will put him best of position. I think he is going to be next level good. And you know what? Screw it. I'm moving Donald Parham up too. I think this card will be next level good as well. One of my biggest things on my wish list for Madden 24 that's going to be dropping in like a month, gonna be make linebackers great, because Luke Kuechly should be an amazing card and I should be excited for him. He's 6'3", can be up to 99 speed. To me, linebackers just really aren't great. As an actual linebacker in the game though, he is great. So I am going to go ahead and put him in the great tier. He's one of the best middle linebackers in the game. I just wish linebackers could animate like safeties without lurker. After that, we get Plaxico Burress. 6'5" receiver, can be 99 speed. Any single team should go by strat card, but he's going to be 6'5", short in, short out for 1 AP. Not as good as Colin Johnson, but Giants theme team users, oh my god, your receivers are tall and they are insane. One of the best cards in great for me. I just can't put him best of position because CD Lamb, Colin Johnson, Amon-Ra, and Randy Moss are all ranking ahead of him for me so far. After that, we get Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson with stock 99 speed. He's 6'3", and literally what I just said, he's going to be a short in, short out receiver for 1 AP. Going to be absolutely amazing for sure. And for receivers, their X factor, wouldn't be surprised if they get double me. I wouldn't be like as scared as like double me as like Freight Train on Eric Dickerson, I'll be honest, or like Universal on Sauce. And right after that, we get our first quarterback of the video. So this is going to be interesting because we're essentially playing a guessing game right here. The guessing game is this. The stats are for these QBs are going to be good. Do they get a release change? What 0 AP abilities do they get? You know, going to be a guessing game. Could be up to 97 speed, great throw power, accuracies, all that stuff, but it's all about abilities. He should have Gen 3 as a release. And the way I think they're going to do these quarterbacks is quad stack for 3 AP. But I wouldn't be surprised though with their X factors if they can get like Gambit or off the top of my head, I'm blanking on the X factor that basically says you won't get pressured for 0 AP. They could potentially be sneaky quad stack for 2 QBs, kind of like Danny Dimes, aka was quad stack for 4 AP, and not a lot of people knew that because the X factor you get was basically kind of like Gunslinger. So yeah, I think all these QBs are going to be at least great because they're going to be quad stack for 3, but not like tied for like best of position, because I do not see a world where they get quad stack for 2. AJ Brown finally gets the card I think he deserves. All year long, I feel like they have done this man absolutely dirty on his abilities. He's 6 foot 226, going to be 99 speed, and he can finally get a card that gets short in, short out for 1 AP. It's been so long overdue for AJ Brown to get a actual like meta card, and I'm not saying he's like the best receiver in the game or anything, but like it's just about time. He's for sure for me going in this great tier. After that, we get Aidan Hutchinson. Aidan Hutchinson is super interesting. 97 speed on him, and he's 6'7". I always get surprised when I see he's 6'7", and has good finesse and power moves. X factor, again, thinking unstoppable force for these pass rushers, wouldn't be surprised. I might really use Aidan Hutchinson's old card over this one. Hear me out, hear me out. The new one is a better pass rusher. He can get double or nothing, he can get extra, he can get no outsiders, but this card was unique because he's one of the few in the game that can get 0 AP pick artists. I don't know if that is just a terrible take by me, but I do like the 0 AP pick artist at defensive line. And I will say Aidan Hutchinson is way better than this card, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop him into good. And yeah, I really like Aidan Hutchinson. It's just like, I don't know, I kind of like the 0 AP pick artist on his old card. Kind of wish this card got that. And Donald Parham has some pretty stiff competition for me. George Kittle is amazing as well. He's 6'4", 250, so I like Donald Parham, the way he's gonna run routes a little bit better given his weight. George Kittle can be up to 99 speed, but he's also 96 run block as well. This card could be amazing. And also what I'm thinking for his X factor, what if he gets Vanguard like Gronk? I think this card is going to be insane. I like Parham more, but if you want to argue in the comments that Kittle is going to be your tight end and you think he's the best in the game, have at it. I can totally see your argument. Right after that, we get John Randle right here, 6'1", 290, and he's going to be up to 95 speed, which is really nice. 98 acceleration is also crazy, so really great physical stats, and also 99 block shed, 98 finesse moves, 98 power moves, all great. He's going to be a 0 AP inside stuff player for you. Unsure what his X factor is going to be, but he is like top end of like this great tier as well. I will say these top 4 cards maybe should be the only ones in great because I really like them a lot. After that, we get Kyler, which is going to be a really interesting card. Again, literally what I said about Dak. I don't think Kyler will get a release change because he has one of the unique releases in the game. And again, he has amazing physical stats. I feel like they could maybe give this card Escape Artist. The only way I'd run that on him is if it's 0 AP. And if that's 0 AP, that's kind of nuts. I don't even think Escape Artist is that good. So if they did give it for 0, I would not be mad at it. But yeah, I think he's another quad stack for 3 QB. I'm kind of like not remembering greatly how good that release was on his weekly wild card, the last card he got. But I'm going to give him a chance. I will give him a chance. I will pick him up. We'll see if he's good. I'm going to put him right by Dak. Again, I think he could be a really solid quarterback. Again, quad stack for 3 QB. Right after that, we get Vita Vea. I always feel like Vita Vea cards outplay their stats. I think it's because he's 6'4", 347, but I always feel like this man gives me problems, and he's 99 strength as well. It could be up to 87 speed, which really isn't great, but he is someone that I just, like I said, always feel like plays better than his stats. Great block shed, great finesse, and great power moves as well. And again, he's a 0 AP inside stuff player. Vita Vea for me, once again, going great. I think he's going to be an amazing card. Right after that, we got Kamren Jordan. So Kamren Jordan, 6'4", 287, time 95 speed with great acceleration, finesse, power moves. Literally, we're starting to get to the point where all the pass rushers look kind of the same, and I would expect similar things from him, like out of Aidan Hutchinson. So I'm going to put them both in the great tier. And right after that, Desmond Ridder is getting an upgrade, and the stats are good. And I think he'll be quad stack for 3. The thing on this card is he has to get a release change to be good. They give him Gen 2, which is one of the worst releases in the game. If he has Gen 2 as a release, he is going to be right here for me. Quad stack for 3, but Gen 2 is like unsavable. Now right after that, we got Devonte Wyatt at right end. 98 speed, sugar rush track card, 98 acceleration. Hello. You can get like double or nothing edge stripe for 0. Good finesse and good power moves. 6'3", 304 with 98 speed. Hello. And those physical stats, like this card is actually amazing. He is going in this great tier for me. And right after that, we got T. Higgins. The Bengals finally get a good card from a promo. Write it down in the history books. Talk about the most disrespected theme team this year. It was the Bengals, in my opinion. But yeah, can be up to 99 speed, and he's 6'4", great route running, short in, short out for 1 AP. Amazing receiver, Bengals theme team. Y'all deserve it. Top end to great for me. Going to be an amazing card. After that, we get Kamren Curl. Can be up to 99 speed. Has great zone and play rec, and he's 6'1". I wouldn't be that surprised if he gets like an avalanche. I wouldn't be surprised. He can potentially get deep out zone KO, pick artist, enforcer for 0 based on the previous theme team remix card. So I like Cam Curl. Again, I think he's one of the better safeties in the game. Gonna put him great. After that, we get Uchenna nwosu. 96 speed on him with good finesse moves, good power moves. And again, can get like the edge shot for 0, no outsiders for 0. Really good card. Maybe I could see him being like great, but I think he's more just like good. I don't know. The card feels a little bit underwhelming to me. Kmet, this card is actually good, but like George Kittle, Parham, Jelani Wood dropping kind of make this card a little bit less valuable in my opinion. Can be up to 98 speed. He's 6'6", 262. Not going to love his movement. A little bit better of a run blocker. Obviously not as good as Kittle. To me, just based on all the other tight ends we covered today, he's just going to be in the good tier. And I think he's probably the best one out of the good tier. Again, short end for 0. Like I could see him playing really well for your team. But again, like I just think Kittle, Parham, and Jelani Woods are all better. Now right after that, we get Roquan Smith. So Roquan Smith, 6 foot, could be up to 98 speed, great play rec, great zone, and potentially could get all AFC team chems. Would be really, really interesting. I think Luke Kuechly is better than this card. So for me, I'm going to once again put him good tier. I don't just want to put everyone in great, especially if they're the same position. I'd rather run Luke Kuechly over Roquan Smith. Right after that, we got Alex Highsmith right here. Could be 97 speed with great finesse moves. The power moves are slightly low, and that's what's going to affect his rankings for me. And yeah, Alex Highsmith, think he's a really great card. Kind of similar, like I would say Uchenna nwosu is better, but like also Alex Highsmith has some really crazy physical stats. I think he's good. Just would like to see the finesse moves a little bit higher. And right after that, we got Bernie Kosar. So Bernie Kosar, not going to be that mobile, but 84 speed, sugar rush track card, and has good accuracies. Again, it's going to come down to abilities for him. And he had traditional 4 as a release. Like he had a 92 card. He was on my Dolphins team, got Dolphins chem. I remember oddly enough liking traditional 4. I don't know if I'm going to use him now and just like hate it. But again, I think he's a quad stack for 3 QB, and he's going to go right by Dak in them for me. I don't think his release is going to make him drop down into just good for me. After that, we get Isaiah Pacheco. Would not be surprised if this card got freight train, because did you see how he ran in the playoffs? But again, amazing physical stats, great catching as well. Going to be an amazing card. He is going to be a really good running back in the game. He is going by all the other running backs though, because they kind of all are similar to me. Going to go by Javonte Williams and Jeff Wilson. Right after that, we get Matt Milano right here. Matt Milano, not really a pass rusher, and I can't see his zone coverage right now. But his 94 overall card had 90 zone, so I don't see a world where he doesn't. To me, he's a tier better than Juwan Bentley, so I'm going to put him in the mid tier. After that, we get Amani Hooker. Hopefully, all AFC team chems, all of us AFC team teamers can go ahead and get a 0 AP KO. And I mean, he's 5'11", so not the tallest, but all the way around has really great stats. To me, I'm not that excited about this card. Yeah, I think Cam Curl will play better than him. Honestly, you can see the argument for great if you want to. I'm just trying my hardest to like nitpick and not put every card in great. Now, these two cards I'm the most uncertain about because we have no idea what their abilities are. And first one's going to be Asante Samuel Jr. right here. LTDs did get 0 AP ability buckets. The 99 overalls that could quick sell for remix coins did not. I'm assuming Asante Samuel Jr. is going to be like other corners in the game, going to get a 0 AP KO. And if he gets a 0 AP KO, he's 99 speed, has great man, great zone. He's going to be a great corner. As long as he gets a 0 AP KO, gonna be great. And finally, Tyler Linderbaum right here, going to be fast and also has good lineman stats. Should get 0 AP Secure Pro, but also if you look at the card, this little OL thing right here should give a boost to the offensive line. So for me, I'm predicting Tyler Linderbaum will be the best center in the game. And yeah, y'all, this has been my tier list for Theme Team Remix Part 2 cards. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Who are you excited for? I really can't wait to get Sauce, Eric Dickerson, and Donald Parham. I think they are going to be so fun to use. But yeah, y'all, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden 23. Now, if you want to see me use some of these cards live, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. We have been grinding the streams over there, so I would greatly appreciate that. Now, if you don't feel like heading over to Twitch and you want another video to watch, check this one out right here. I ranked the best running backs in Madden 23.